Hi guys, welcome to Stunner Share. So today what we are going to see is continuation of stock market A to Z series. So before going into this video further on the topic, I would request each and everyone to follow my Telegram channel for instant updates, also my Twitter feed for further updates, and then join the membership plan and also share the Telegram channel as well as the YouTube channel to the people so that they will also get benefited and I will also get benefited on the same. So now let's see the disclaimer. Whatever I'm saying in this video, it's all about my experience of whatever I have gained in the knowledge part, and it can be wrong at any places, or it can be some sort of differences maybe than from one's opinion to my opinion. So what I would say is like take this as an knowledge sharing one, and also try to do your own analysis in whatever trades you are going to take in. So that will give you an added advantage in whatever trade you are going to take. And I am also repeating it again, which I say it in every video, whatever I do. So no thing is like no strategy or no system is like 100% accuracy. So what I can say is like it can give you an edge in the trading. So that edge you have to use it in a better way so that you will get benefited. So I would request everyone to follow the content, understand it, try to understand it as per your knowledge level. Also try to analyze the chart based on the learnings whatever you have got, and all the profits and losses whatever you are going to make, it's up to you. And I will not be asking like you made this profit, you give it to me, you made this much loss, so I'll give this back. This is not the place for that. So any profits and any risk, any losses you make, it is completely up to your thing. Do not blame me for any of these things. So thanks a lot. Let's move on further into this video. The topic we are going to cover today is trading psychology. As I usually used to say before moving on to this video further, please watch the continuation of the stock market A to Z series to understand whatever I'm trying to say in all those videos. So moving into trading psychology, what I would say is like you can work on any strategy: CPR, Camarilla, Fibonacci, Gann, Wyckoff, price action, just support and resistance, moving average, Bollinger Band, RSI, any indicator or any strategy, whatever may be the strategy, in whichever market, for example, Indian market, Forex market, US market, any type of market, any market, no problem, or whatever strategy you use, the results may come at any sort of percentage. For example, any particular strategy you are using it good, it can give you an overall result of very much of say 80% of success rate. Not at all issue in that. But if suppose you are not maintaining a proper trading psychology, then even 80% of success rate you have in your strategy, you will not be ending up in profit. In profit, or that there are worse times where you will be facing loss only for 20% failure in your trade. So what I would suggest you guys is like watch this video clearly so that you will be able to know what is trading psychology and what all things you need to consider before moving further into a trade. So this trading psychology, it is what which is going to make you stable or make you stay in this market at least for a longer time. This trading psychology is the 90% of the system which you needs to understand. The whatever candlestick, whatever it may be, you may be following some sort of, but irrespective of whatever strategy you use, if you are following proper trading psychology, then you will be one step ahead of each and everyone. So you just ask like any trader who has lost a lot or whose account is wiped out, or any trader, you just have a conversation with them. You will be able to understand that at some point of the time or throughout the point of the time whenever he has traded or invested, he would not have followed a proper trading psychology. Why am I saying that is like why he was not able to follow proper trading psychology is like, see, if suppose you are going to risk only 1% of your capital in a one particular trade, then even though if you trade 100, if you do 100 trades, your entire capital will not get wiped out. I can guarantee. You can simply ask like 1% you say, and then 1% it obviously like in 100 trades it is possible to get wiped out. No, not possible at all. Just have a check into that. Because whenever you do a trade in which you are going to assume you are going to have a 1 lakh capital, and the first trade you do, your percentage of risk you are going to keep is 1000 rupees. And what happens next is like once 1000 rupees is lost, your capital gets updated to 99,000 rupees. So when you are taking another trade for 1% risk, your risk amount is 990. So ultimately, whenever you are going to follow a proper risk management of 1% of your capital, then ultimately you will not be losing entire money even if you have traded 100 trades. Clear? So it takes time. If see, for example, just make a note of all the 100 trades. For consecutively, if you are facing losses in all the 100 trades, then that means your entire system is wrong and you need to work on it. You need to work on a new strategy. Clear? I can guarantee that any strategy you use, if you are able to make a proper success rate of 50:50, like 50% of times it will go for success and 50% of time it will go for loss. Even in that case also, if you are maintaining a proper risk management of 1% of your capital, you will be ending up in profit only. There are a lot of theories to understand. There is, when talking about trading psychology, there is a separate book for it where you need to use all your formulas and etc. so that to understand what is risk management, emotion control, money management in the concept of trading psychology. But I do not want to waste time in that. I will just give you a simple explanation of what is what. Let's move on further with risk management. First of all, what you need to do is like you need to identify your risk. For example, you enter a trade. You can watch the Telegram channel every day, whatever the trades I'm giving over there. I give the analysis for the trade. So why am I giving the analysis for the trade is like, see, I must know where is the risk involved. So I must know what is the risk. So that is where the process called as the identify your risk. So risk is nothing but the loss you might face in the particular trade. Clear? So whenever I just to go or enter a trade, first of all, before giving an entry point, I will see where is the support or where is the stop loss I need to keep. The entry might be at 1500 and the stop loss might be at 1450. It is like 50 points. It is like 2.5% I need to risk or 3% I need to risk. Why should I risk 3% for one particular trade in intraday? Rather than that, I will just risk 1% or 0.5% and I'll try to increase the reward only. I'll not try to increase the risk. So first of all, before doing anything, not only with respect to stock market, even before if you are starting a business also, you need to identify a risk. You need to know what is the risk involved. So once you know what is the risk involved, and then you need to ensure that what is the measure of risk. Measure of risk in the sense frequency in the sense. See, for example, you take a trade, first trade, and assume your stop loss got hit. That means the first time your stop loss got hit, and second trade, and stop loss got hit. Third trade, stop loss got hit. So measure risk is nothing but how much risk you are going to take in the complete process. For example, what I basically do is, if I take 3 days of stop loss or 3 trades of stop loss in a particular day, then I give a break. I won't take for another day, and I won't take for another trade at all on the particular day. Or if suppose the 3 days of stop loss I'm hitting, and the 4th day I'll not be trading at all. I'll just watch the market. I'll just see what is happening. I'll just understand what is the mistakes I did. So you need to measure your risk on the frequency of how your risk is involved. You need to know on what all basis our stop loss is getting hit. And all these things you need to understand, and that is where it's called as the measures. And examine your solutions. So examine your solutions in the sense, so it is bit different from the frequency and the stop loss. See, frequency of risk is something like how many times your stop loss is going to hit, and examine solutions is something like your stop loss is hit or your target is hit. What is the reason for it? why your stop loss is hit, you need to write it down. You need to know how your stop loss got hit, what happened, and what is the actual point where you would have exited, and all those things you need to notice. And in the case of target, you need to ensure what all things we can improve, how we can trail our stop loss, how to run a profit, how to ensure that we are holding a profit trade for a longer time. So you need to examine your solution and then implement your solution. Is like, finally, after doing identifying the risk, and you know how much risk involved, and how much is the percentage of the risk is coming, and how much is the percentage of efficiency, and then you examine your solutions of stop loss and target, and finally what you do is like, you have made up your mind that okay, I'm going to follow this strategy for a 6 months or 1 year time, and that is what you are going to do by implementing the solution. So once you implement the solution, you need to work on the update of the solution, like how the system actually works in a 6 months of time or in a 1 year of time. So what my mentor usually used to say me is like, monitor your results for at least 6 months to 1 year. You should know, because there can be a period of 3 months of uptrend, 3 months of downtrend, and 3 months of sideways trend also. So there can be entire 6 months of uptrend also. So it is also possible that you need to ensure that you are facing your strategy or your system in all types of market. So either it can be what is that called as uptrend or downtrend or sideways market. You need to ensure that your system works in all the environment. So that is what the risk management process is all about. So just work on this. Just first of all identify what is your risk and what are things you need to do and what are things you need to concentrate, and always write a book or write in a Word document or an Excel sheet that why I made a loss in this trade, what happened to this trade, why the trade went to loss, this trade went to target but I booked it as soon as possible, why did I do that, how to hold that profit trade, how to exit the loss trade as soon as possible. So you need to ensure you are doing all these things. So now let's move on with an example to show you what to do. So here we are going to buy a stock which is M&M and which is above 400 rupees, and your capital is around 50,000, assume like that, and you have defined your risk like your risk is going to be 0.5% of the trade, and per day you might take 3 to 4 trades. So that means if suppose the 4 trades are going to stop loss, that means 2% of your capital can be reduced. So this is what is called as the frequency, and then you are examining the solutions and all those things comes later. So now 0.5% of 50,000 is nothing but 250 rupees. So you are going to risk 250 rupees per trade. So you can risk only that much. And what will be your SL? So your SL is going to be 2 points. Clear? And what is the quantity you can buy is like the risk amount what you are going to take for a trade and the SL points. So you are going to take 125 quantities and you are going to buy 125 quantities of M&M. So this is how you are going to define your risk involved in a particular trade. So I hope this risk management process is pretty clear. Okay, so now what I would say is like, if suppose you are going to buy 125 quantities of M&M and 400 is the buy above entry point. So 402, if it is hitting, you will be exiting. That means your profit is going to be 250 rupees. Clear? Now let us go for an example which will elaborate more. So now the same example, you are going to buy Reliance by about 1500 and you will be taking 33 quantities because your risk amount is 250 rupees and the stop loss is 7.5. How 7.5? See, 150,500, I'm going to take 0.5% risk. So that means 7.5 is the SL. So you will be taking 33 quantities. So assume 7.5 is your risk and assume that 7.5 target is it. That means the price has moved to 1507.5. So in this case you will be around 231 rupees of profit. So what you can do is like either book partial like 20 quantities or 16 quantities, and then what you need to do is like you need to update your stop loss to cost. So in that case what happens is like when you are booking partially, that your profit amount is already taken out. So that means nearly 115 rupees is out and you are going to risk only 115 rupees, and that too if it is going to hit the cost
That means 115 rupees is going to go away from your account, and 115 rupees which you have booked as partial, which will be held in your account. So in this setup also you can reduce the risk involved in a particular trade. So this is how you need to ensure that you are in a proper trade, so that what happens is like you will be in a situation where you can risk your trade. You guys can see the calls whatever I post in the Telegram channel. I always give a updated stop loss or the trailing stop loss. Why I give trailing stop loss is like, see, I wanted to ride the trend. I wanted to ensure that the stock moves further up or further down or in the direction which I have intended. So I will be updating the stop loss only. So by updating the TSL, what happens is like the market might go up or down based on the call I have given. I wanted to hold the trade for a longer time. I wanted to hold the trade till the zone where it goes. So this is what I do. So risk management is all about how you are going to define your risk, how you are going to monitor your risk, and how you are going to hold a trade which is going to be in profit, and how you are going to exit a trade which is going to be in loss. So these all things are the major points which has to be noted, which has to be practiced in risk management concept. So follow the Telegram channel so that whatever calls I give and whatever the stock I take for a trade, I will be updating the SL. So that way what happens actually is you will be able to know how to reduce your risk involved in a particular trade. So that's it from my end. If you feel the content is really good, kindly give a like. If you feel the knowledge needs to be shared to your friends, kindly give a share. And if you have any queries, do let me know in the comment section so that it will be beneficial for both of us. And a strict disclaimer, whatever I've covered in any of these videos, it's a pure educational purposes, and it is only the knowledge what I know I have shared. It is not 100% holy grail strategy or anything. So do not follow anything blindly. Just do your own analysis so that you will also get benefited out of it. So thanks a lot. Stay tuned for more videos. Keep subscribing, keep liking, keep supporting. Bye bye.